I'm telling on Paul and myself in this video, so if you want the dirt, keep watching. Hi, I'm Sandy, and this is Kaya.
And I'm Paul, and we're aboard Sea Oasis.
We always enjoyed outdoor activities and exploring, so now we're spending time exploring in the San Juan Islands, as well as Canada, and eventually Alaska.
And we want to share our experiences and adventures with you and people like you who enjoy the same kinds of things. Welcome aboard. Living on a boat is like living on an island to yourself. Over time, it can seem smaller and smaller, and little things begin to bother you that normally wouldn't. Are we living a togetherness overdose? Shouldn't we be happy all the time? Well, let's just start out by saying, not every day is sunrises over hot coffee on the dock, with sunsets over dinner and shooting stars overhead. Owning a boat, or a yacht, some say, sounds like you have come into money and you certainly have a life of luxury. Is it true? Well, for some people it might be. Most of the people we know in this situation do not have a designated captain to figure out the weather and begin cruising at first light while the owners are still asleep in their bed. They don't have a chef in the galley who's making appetizers that dazzle your taste buds and imagination. Most people we know and have met along the way are do-it-yourselfers.
Okay, I'm going to have you start the generator first. It's just going to be running. It doesn't have to be connected to anything.
Okay.
Okay.
They not only operate the vessel, but they do a lot of their own repairs and are filled with knowledge of the inner working of their vessel and have parts and tools on hand to fix most common repairs as they travel. They spend weekends here and there washing and waxing their boat and cleaning the carpet, along with a lot of other tasks that are often stinky, dirty, hard work, and lots of sweat. Is it all worth it? Yes, it is. Because if boating is a topic you enjoy educating yourself about, then you already know that most boat and yacht owners are pretty down-to-earth people who take their dreams and make them come true, and are usually pretty happy people. Being on a boat is where most of our differences come to the surface, and I have actually captured some of them completely by accident while the camera was rolling for this video. What I get to do is watch you fuss at me 5-10 times here.
Yeah. Stand out of the way.
Although Paul and I love being together, since we spent so many years apart with him traveling for a living, sometimes it just feels like we're on top of each other, creating a togetherness overdose. Here's a light-hearted look at our personality differences and life aboard Sea Oasis.
I just want Sandy to think things completely through when she's doing them. Maybe think about it a little more ahead of time.
Hey honey, I'm reading about Jones Island. Looks like a pretty good place to go. How about we go there?
They pull the docks out in the winter, so, and the way the wind is, I don't want to try to anchor in that narrow spot in high winds and no dock to tie up to. Mechanical things. I don't expect her to be a mechanic, but she needs to think about the consequences of whatever she's doing.
I have come to realize that I am never going to be the perfect first mate. Paul just has a certain way he wants things done. and I'm never going to make a home run with him, even when I give it my best swing. Now, that doesn't mean I'm doing anything terribly wrong. It just means we're opposites.
I love Kaya. I like going places with her and Sandy, but sometimes it'd be a whole lot easier traveling without a dog.
I love going on hikes with Kaya and taking her everywhere I go. She's such a joy to be with, and she's my little buddy. I love you.
Sandy likes to read books, watch movies, make videos like these. It's not that it's a waste of time, it just isn't something that's of interest to me. I think there's plenty to do, almost like daily chores with a boat. Whether it's putting water in the tank, emptying tanks, servicing the engines, the batteries, all those different things, and having things that don't catch you by surprise. I like to think ahead, be proactive. I don't want any surprises in the middle of a trip. There's enough surprises, things that are unexpected. So as much as that can be eliminated, it can't be eliminated, but if it can be minimized. We've been married 40 years, 30 happy years.
Yeah. Wait, you gotta start over. Wait, I gotta reach that. Okay.
We've been married for 40 years. That's been 20 of the happiest years in my life. In order to be happy on a boat, you have to focus on the other person's strengths. That's not always that easy. You got to plan to spend time away from each other some too. I'm getting ready to go with a friend out to South Beach where he flies his RC sailplanes. And it's a beautiful day. Probably be gone for a couple hours.
It's true. Spending so much time in tight quarters on a boat while Paul is out with his friend, I often spend time making videos during that time, or I may search for sea glass on the beaches and walk with Kaya.
Last thought. Think about why it was you chose to spend time with this person, and look for ways to help each other out. Maybe by asking which way you came in.
Okay.
Why it was you chose to spend your life with this person. Think of ways to help each other out. It can be a struggle.
There are a lot of positive activities that come from boating. For pre-retirees and retirees, actually anybody, activity is the key word. Paul and I are not the type of personalities to sit on a couch and watch TV all day. Boating keeps us physically active, which in turn improves our mood. Inactivity can breed discontent with us. The truth is, there are a lot of idyllic days spent in the sunshine with each other and star-filled evenings. There are new adventures to do every single day if you take the time to plan them. You're never bored because there's always something to fix or read or watch 24/7. Paul is a person who never sits still. He is busy every minute of the day. And that's a challenge for me. In boating, we have found we've made new friends that share our interests. We can dine at a different port every night if we wish, or drop anchor and cook our favorite meal just for two on an island to ourselves. There are so many nice options. I hear from other couples that it's common to feel togetherness overdose. With such a beautiful setting, it's a shame that we ever feel short-tempered with each other. There is so much to be thankful for, and we don't take it for granted. We have so much fun planning and enjoying our adventures. I guess I'd have to say that I wouldn't want to be on a boat in the ocean traveling with anyone other than Paul. I hope you enjoyed this video. On the next screen, you'll have opportunities to subscribe and watch more. Thank you. We invite you to join us as we travel and explore the San Juan Islands, the Canadian Islands, and eventually up to Juneau, Alaska. If you like what you're seeing on our videos, please watch more, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.